This is the 2020 Mitsubishi Montero Sport GT 4x2. It is currently the top-of-the-line variant of the Montero until the 4x4 variant comes out later this year or early next year. Is it worth its 1.9 million peso price tag? Let's find out. This is the new facelifted Mitsubishi Montero Sport GT. It looks chunkier and boxier than the previous model. The previous model looked a bit too busy at the front. The grille has a more simple design, and I like the matte silver finish on it. This GT variant comes with automatic LED projector headlamps with daytime running lights. The front end of the new Montero looks very similar to the Expander. It also has these huge fog lamps on either side of the bumper. The new Montero has a beefier looking chin, which makes it look a bit more masculine. This GT variant comes with power folding side mirrors with turn indicators. Viewed from the side, the new Montero looks almost identical to the pre-facelift model. The back end of the Montero has also been redesigned. These controversial taillights have now been shortened, but not by much. If you didn't like the previous model's taillights, I don't think that you'd love the new taillights. But they are a little bit shorter, and they're also LEDs. The GT variant now comes with a power tailgate, which was one thing that the last model was lacking. You can operate it using the remote by pressing this button or by using your foot. Overall, I like the revisions that Mitsubishi has made. The new Montero looks chunkier, it looks more masculine, and it looks a lot cleaner. This is the Montero GT next to the lower end Mitsubishi Montero GLS. As you can see, it is very easy to tell them apart. The GT comes with two-tone 18-inch wheels, and also the GT has a wraparound skirt, which I think greatly enhances the appearance of the vehicle. I'm actually not sure if the body kit is standard equipment for the GT. I was pretty sure that they're not, but according to the Mitsubishi representative, they are standard equipment, and they come at no extra cost, but do ask your local dealership to be sure. Anyway, with or without the body kit, the new Montero is a pretty handsome looking SUV. There's only one engine option for the new Montero, and it's the same as the previous model. It's a 2.4 liter turbo diesel engine. It produces 181 horsepower and 430 Newton meters of torque. That's pretty good output for the displacement of the vehicle. It is right in the middle of the pack. It produces more power than the Toyota Fortuner, the MUX 3.0, but less power than the Ford Everest 2.0 bi-turbo, the Chevrolet Trailblazer, and slightly lower than the Nissan Terra. The engine is coupled to an 8-speed automatic. The interior of the new Montero looks almost similar to the pre-facelift model. The most notable differences are the bigger 8-inch infotainment screen and the digital instrument cluster. The 8-inch infotainment screen has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It is touchscreen. You don't get buttons and knobs on the actual infotainment screen itself, which I would have preferred, but you do get steering wheel audio controls. You also get navigation, and you have a backup camera with active guidelines. The new instrument cluster is digital, and the advantage of that is that you can customize it. The vehicle has dual zone climate control, but unlike on the previous model, which had buttons, this one has knobs, which I prefer. Over here you have 2 USB ports and 1 HDMI port. This is a 12-volt outlet. This right here is padded, which is a good place to rest your knees when you're driving. The dashboard is made of plastic. Yeah. The steering wheel is leather covered and it's quite nicely padded. The vehicle has paddle shifters. The start-stop button is over here. It has power folding side mirrors. All 4 windows are automatic. This is an 8-speed automatic transmission. Electronic parking brake with auto hold. 2 cup holders over here. Yeah. Nothing special there. So the driver's seat is power adjustable, but the passenger seat is manual. The vehicle has leather seats. Yes, it has cruise control, but it's not adaptive. Overall, it's not a bad looking interior, although I wish it had nicer materials on the dashboard. I'd say the Everest's interior looks better than this, at least in terms of materials. In terms of design, it's not too bad. Oh, this is leather, and this is also leather. If you've been following my social media posts, you'd know that I got into an accident recently, so yeah. Okay, here at the second row I have ample space for my legs. One new addition to the 2020 Montero is this AC outlet. Over here you have 2 USB ports. Features. The Montero GT is pretty well equipped for the price. It has lane departure warning. It has rear cross traffic alert. It has hill start assist and hill descent control. It doesn't have adaptive cruise control yet and blind spot monitoring. Hopefully the 4x4 version will have these features. Also, the new Montero has a digital instrument cluster, which you can customize. It has an 8-inch infotainment screen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You can also connect to the Montero using your smartphone via an app. You can lock or unlock the vehicle and also open the tailgate using your phone. It also has an AC power outlet at the back, which I'm sure a lot of people will find useful. And it has a power tailgate. At 1.9 million, it is pretty loaded. Handling. For a mid-size body and frame SUV, body roll is pretty minimal. It is definitely a lot more stable in the corners than the Terra. The steering is still hydraulic, so it's not as light as the steering of the Everest and the Trailblazer. It is not as heavy as the Terra though. As you can see, I can steer it with one hand. Noise levels are pretty good compared to the MUX and the Trailblazer. Ride quality is also pretty good. Definitely a lot better than the Fortuner, but then again, the ride quality of the Fortuner is pretty bad. Power is pretty decent, and it also feels quite responsive. the competition. Currently, this is the top-of-the-line Montero model, so I'll also be comparing it to other top-of-the-line models. Fortuner. I'm sorry to fans of Toyota, but in terms of features, it is not even close. The Montero GT is way better equipped than the top-of-the-line Fortuner. The Fortuner lacks modern safety features like lane change assist, rear cross-traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, and even a backup camera. The Montero wins this one hands down. The Terra VL. The Terra and the Montero are about neck and neck when it comes to features. One advantage of the Terra is the 360 camera, which I think a lot of people would find very useful. But the Montero though has a power tailgate, which the Terra lacks. Everest by Turbo. The Everest has the advantage when it comes to features. It has most of the Montero's features, and on top of that, it also has adaptive cruise control. It is more spacious, it has better noise insulation, and it has better ride quality. And also I think it has a better interior. Overall, I think the new Montero is one of the best PPVs that you can buy at the price. I wouldn't rank it at the top, but it's somewhere very near the top. To find out what my top PPV is for this year, subscribe to this channel because I'll be posting a best PPV of 2019 video very soon.